Hi everyone, it's Rosemary Maris from Maris Art. I thought today I'd show you how to make this see-through tag. As you can see, it's tracing paper in there with a bird stamped on it. I tried doing it with black StazOn as well. This is StazOn ink, but I like the brown better. And because this was a bit of spare paper that had left over, and because it's got bird's eggs on it, I've done it as a bird. All right. So before I do that, I'll just show you some other tags that I've made. These ones are to go inside the journal pages. So I'll show you how I mean. Let me just move this. Oops. If I can pick it up, that is. So they fit inside the journal like so, like that, and then they flip over like this. So what you have to do is, instead of making the tag that way, putting the images on that way, you have to put them on sideways. And as you can see, this is again birds and a little poem, and then on the other side there's a little pocket with a tag in it. It's got some flowers on it. These were on the back of a greetings card pack that's sliding around because it's not sewn together. And then that's got just plain, because this was very pretty. What I've done is here I've strengthened them with washi tape, and I haven't just trusted the washi tape on its own. I've glued it so that that fold is a little bit more strengthened. And then the other side's got a little flowery tag. Isn't he gorgeous? A shrew, or a vole that is. And of course these are still from that book, Diary of an Edwardian Lady, all the images. So this has got a flower on it. So that's one sort of tag for your pages. Another one is this one, which I'm just holding in with, it's a double fold again. Inside there's a little notebook with this charming little, all these animal stamps I'm using are actually in a magazine that I got from a newsagent's. And again, one of those, and that's the fabric from the front of the book. And then I found these beautiful sort of punched out, and they were a very dull colour, so I just got the StazOn and the stamp pad and just went like that over it, and it made that mottled sort of effect. And there's one on that side too, and a lovely butterfly underneath. And they've both got these little, little charms of leaves, and it's got leaves. And then this fits over like so, and you put the paper clip on. And I've actually, oh, come on, I've turned the ends around, which I saw somebody do, which I thought was quite cute. And that fits on like so. And then the last one I did is again a double tag with one of those beautiful things in it, same fabric. This one's got a dingle dangle on the bottom of it with some sari silk behind it. A little bird image from an antique book I've got. 4-leaf clover with a bit of sari silk. And then this one is held together with magnets. So inside, on each one inside, there's a page from that antique book. And what that one does, again, I've reinforced it with washi tape on both sides of that one, because it's going to take a bit of wear. And then that sits over your pages like so. So we get back to, this one, making this tag. So the size of this is actually a cutout from my machine, which you can see here. I've just put on there to show you. Bit of tracing paper, a stamp that fits in the shape that you are choosing. This one has to be that shape. I've got lots of them that go up to quite a big size. If the card was wider, then I could use a bigger one, but you need a bit of glue space down here. And then the pieces that you cut out, if you keep those, they can make paper clips or backing for something. So what I've got is I've stamped the shape on there and then gone, will that fit in here? And it does quite nicely. And then I've gone, well, where do I want to put it on this tag? So I want to put it there. These are just to hold it when I put it through my machine. And of course you'll need scissors and glue and the big die cut machine. So this is the paper that I'm using in the journal. It actually looks quite pale there, but it's marbled paper. So what I'm going to do is glue this onto here, but because I'm going to sew it around later and I need this open to put the little bird thing in, so I'm only going to glue the top here. So I'll just sit down so I can do that. I'll use tacky glue. No, I won't. I'll use the Fabri-Tac because it dries quicker. So all you're doing is you're gluing the end of the tag that's away from where you want to put your window. So I'm just going to line it up. Sorry, you might see the top of my head here, because I know this edge is straight. I don't cut out the whole thing because I find that it's easier to do it this way and then cut it out when I've finished. Yeah. I'll just make some room for my little machine. Put the top on the glue. So it's a Sizzix machine that you crank the handle. To put that on there because I need it cut in both places. So what I'm going to do is put this, well, I've chosen down here, I actually want to get rid of that writing, and I know that I want to put a bit of washi tape on the bottom, so I'll line it up like that. Then because I've wrecked a cutting plate, I don't want it face down like that. I need it this way up. And there's my wrecked plate. So that's going to go through like so. Just check it this side. Yep, it's gone through, so I can just keep going. That's my light. Oh, come on, out. That's my light rattling. So there we have it. Pop this out of the way. And then what I do is I've already measured that, let me just take that off, that this will take the image with some outside that I can glue inside the tag, if you get what I mean. So that comes off there. And then what I do is I just place that over there, get my stays on, and whoops, my little fella stamp. It just helps you if you've done it already on a piece of paper to actually place it so that you'd have glue all the way around. Might have to cut it a bit, but we'll see. Sometimes it gets a bubble in it because the tracing paper is not absorbent. So when you can oops, see he's got a bit of a bubble on his chest just there, but I think it's quite cute. So he'll do. Clean off my stamp, cover up the stamp pad, because if you leave it out it will dry off, especially in our hot weather. And then what I'm going to do is just cut that off there, and oops, make sure you have it the right way up. I'll do it on this so you can actually see what I'm doing. So I'm going to pop, yes, it's at the bottom. Just looks upside down to me because that's the way up, but the writing is the right way up. So that's going to sit in there like so. Now, what I didn't do at the last one, which I thought, oh, I should do that on this one, is just go around the edges of this little frame. Ooh. Carefully so you don't scribble on it like I just did. Maybe from the back is safer. Can't do it from the back there. I'll do it from the back here. So it just makes the frame stand out a little bit more. I know I'm a fussy pot, but there you go. Like things to look nice. Should I do the back or not? No, I don't think I'm going to risk that. You could do it with this by like going very carefully around it like that on that side. Might do that. There you go. That looks quite nice. Well, you can see that. Looks quite nice. So now I'm going to put some glue. Again, I'll use the Aleene's tacky glue, but you can use anything you like, but Aleene's, this one is very bubbly at the minute because it's at the end of the thing, but it dries quickly for when I'm doing this sort of thing. A little blob there. Don't let that sit on the glue. And then put the image on, decide which way round I want him. I think I want him that way round. Put him on like so. Now the tag's held down now, here and here. So what I'm going to do is sew around. Because I don't know how to pause, you just have to hear me over here sewing on my machine while I sew around the tag. Oh, first of all, what I'm going to do is just cut off the corners. And what I do is get it the same way up on this corner. Now what I've found is if you line it up really carefully, it actually makes a different line from over here. So what I'm going to do is just pull it back a little bit to allow for the scissor blade, and then it's perfect. I knew, I was a fussy baby, but there you go. So I'm just going to sew all the way around just with a straight stitch over here. As I say, I can't get the machine over there. with you again. Hope you enjoyed just looking at the mess on my table while I did that. So what I've done is I've sewn just a straight stitch all the way around the edges. Just going to cut off the... You can leave dangly threads if you like, but this time I don't really want to. And then what I do is I lean the scissors, because I'm right-handed, I'm leaning them away from the paper at that angle. If you try and cut it this way, you'll get a bit of the paper behind showing. So it's best to just tip it on an angle like that. And then across the top like that. Yeah. And then what we'll do is, with the Distress ink, I'm just going to go around the edges of it. You could cut the edges like the top if you wanted to. I don't know whether I said, if you haven't got a machine like me, you can use a punch, or you could use a compass, draw a circle and cut it out. It would look pretty if you had a big butterfly punch. You know, you'd have to make the tag wider, put a big butterfly punch on it and then stamp a butterfly inside it. That would look pretty. So it's really up to your imagination. I just like the edges antiqued a little bit. I tried stamping this on acetate, and I found that because the acetate is an absorbent, tracing paper is a little bit absorbent, that or you could use vellum, but I don't know where I can get that from in Australia. But the acetate also, I found, got sort of electrified, and everything that was on my table a little bit stuck to it, so that was no good. So I'm just going to mark where I'm going to put the hole, like so. And then I have the massive crocodile, of course. I watched people using this and went, oh, would I use it enough? Because it's very expensive. And then I bought it and I love it. And then just to finish it off, we will get the little birdie. And stamp him up here. Yeah. Now the sari silk I'm using in, oh, I'll just clean that up. The sari silk I'm using on all my tags in this book is this lovely greeny sort of colour. Just make sure there's got all the ends off. I just love it. Again, I saw people using it and went, yeah, do I really need that? And then I went, yeah, I'll try it. And I love it. I just love the frayed bits on it. It makes lovely things like that. And of course, if I wanted to, I could pin a little dangle on there, or you could actually use one of these, make a hole in it and put an image there. I think I might do that actually. Let's print a little birdie on that. Little bird. Put him on. If I put him on that way, I want to put him on that way. Well, his tail will just hang off the end. Oops. So there he is, a little image of the little bird. Then around the edge images. I could, if I wanted to, just glue that little matching piece on the back and it makes somewhere to write. Might do that too. I might use this tacky glue for that. A bit of tacky glue all the way around and in the middle. Aliens tacky glue. Just line that up nicely. You have a bit of a chance to, you can see the pretty edge on that makes. Looks like sewing. There's a little bird. So we need to make a little hole there for it to hang from. And I'll use this smaller hole, so you push it forward to that smaller hole. Where are you? So I don't want a massive hole there. Line it up with the dot. Plonk. If you're into shaker cards, all these little bits that come out of the thing, you can just flatten them out and save them. I'm not into shaker cards. So I don't do that, I throw them away. But they make nice little things. So now I will get, I'll use a gold one or a black. I think I'll use a black one because I think I've used black all the way through. This is a little bulb pin. And just put that through there like that. There you go. That looks cute. And then I've got a little place to hide a little secret thing on the back. Hope you like that. Bye.